Hello guys, my name is Prince and this is Math Center. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Post your comments and questions on my social media handles and I'll respond to it. We are on the topic surds. In the previous video, we looked at multiplication of surds. In this video, we are going to look at division of surds. So how do we divide surds? When dividing surds, we have to remember that if you have square root of x dividing square root of y is going to give us square root of x divided by y. So for example, if you have square root of 3 dividing square root of 2 divided by square root of 3, we are going to have square root of 2 divided by 3. If you watch the video on properties of surds, you will see that this is one of the properties. Now let's pick some examples and see how this is done. So the question is telling us to evaluate the following, and you have been given from question 1 up to question 4. So we take them one after the other. Let's pick the first one. We have square root of 8 plus square root of 32 minus square root of 50 divided by square root of 2 plus square root of 18. So we can see from here that some of them are not in its simplest form. So we reduce those that are not in its simplest form to the simplest form. Now, we have been doing this a lot and I assume you are conversant with it by now. So, we reduce 18. When reducing 18, we are going to have 4. Sorry, we reduce 8. In doing that, you are going to have 4 times 2 for 8. For 32, you are going to have 16 times 2. And for 50, you are going to have 25 times 2. 2 is already in its simplest form, so we don't touch it. Then we go on to 18. In reducing 18, you are going to have 9 times 2. So this will give us square root of 4 times square root of 2 plus square root of 16 times square root of 2 minus square root of 25 times square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 plus square root of 9 times square root of 2. Now, if you watch previous videos on reduction of surds to its basic form, you understand how we got these numbers here. So this will give us square root of 2 will give us 2 times root 2 will give us 2 root 2. Then square root of 16 will give us 4 times square root of 2 will give us 4 root 2 minus square root of 25 will give us 5 times square root of 2 will give us 5 root 2 divided by, we already have square root of 2 here, then plus square root of 9 will give us 3. 3 times square root of 2 will give us 3 root 2. Now you can see from here that the signs under the square root sign are the same. The numbers under the square root sign are the same. So we have 2 here, we have 2 here, we have 2 here. So we can add the numbers in front of the square root sign. When you come here to, we have 2 here, we have 2 here. So we can also add the numbers in front of the square root sign. Don't forget that square root of 2 has 1 in front of it. So if you are adding, we are going to get 2 plus 4 minus 5, then root 2. All over, 1 is in front of this sign, so we have 1 plus 3, then root 2. Now 2 plus 4 will give us 6, minus 1 will give us, minus 5 will give us 1. So we have 1 root 2, then 1 plus 3 will give us 4, then square root of 2. Now we can see from here that this is the same as 1 over 2 times then a bigger square root 2 divided by 2, because you are going to have square root of 2 over square root of 2. You know that square root of 2 over square root of 2 give us square root of 2 divided by 2. Now 2 will cancel 2 to give us 1. So you are going to have square root of 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So you are going to have 1 over 4 times 1, which will give us 1 over 4. Now, if you try doing this on your calculator, you see that the final answer is going to give us 1 over 4. So let's try and use our calculator to confirm our answer. So to do that, press this fraction button. Then your first one, you have a square root of 8. After you've done that, press this sign to remove the cursor from the square root sign. Then press plus square root of 32. Then you press this one to remove the cursor from the square root sign, minus square root of 50. You see, we are done with the numerator, so you press this sign to move it to the denominator. Then square root of 2. Then you press this sign to remove it from there. Then square root of 18. So So you press this on your calculator, and the calculator is giving us 1/4 as we have here. So whenever you finish with something like this, you can use your calculator to confirm your answer. Now let's move on to the next one. We have square root of 15 times square root of 27 minus 2 over square root of 3. So what you have to do now is to distribute what is outside the bracket over what is inside the bracket. So we have square root of 15 times square root of 27 in one bracket, then plus square root of 15 times negative 2 over root 2 as we have here. So we learned from surds that when you are multiplying, you multiply the terms under the square root sign. So 15 times 27 will give us 405. So square root of 405. Then minus 15 times negative 2 over 3 will give us 2. We'll multiply this, so you are going to have 2 root 15 divided by square root of 3. Now don't forget that there's a negative sign here, so the negative is going to come here. So from here we have to reduce this surd here to its basic form. So in doing that, you press on your calculator square root of 405. So the perfect square you are looking for is 9 squared. We know 9 squared is 81. The other number is 5. So to reduce 405, you are going to have 81 times 5 under the square root sign. So that is exactly what we are going to have here. 81 times 5 under the square root sign. Now from here we can see that the number in front of this square root here, square root of 3 here is 1. So you are going to have 2 over 1 times. Now we have the surds dividing, so square root of 15 divided by square root of 3. Now you can see from here that we haven't changed anything, because 2 times square root of 15 will give us 2 root 15. 1 times square root of 3 will give us root 3. So we haven't changed anything. So here the number in front here is 1. So we have 2 divided by 1 times square root of 15 divided by square root of 3 as we have here. So we reduce this further, expanding this, we are going to have square root of 15 times square root of 5, then minus 2 divided by 1 will give us 2, then times, when you are dividing this surd, we know that square root of 15 divided by square root of 3 will give us square root of 15 divided by 3. So here 3 will cancel itself 1 and cancel 15 5 times. So we are going to have square root of 9 of 81 will give us 9. So we have 9 times square root of 5, which will give us 9 root 5. Now when you come here, 3 will cancel itself 1 and cancel 15 5 times. So this is going to give us, this whole thing is going to give us square root of 5. So we have negative 2 times 5, square root of 5 to give us negative 2 root 5. So you can see from here that the numbers under the square root sign are the same. So we can subtract the numbers in front of the square root sign. So we have 9 minus 2, which will give us 7, then root 5. We have done a lot of addition and subtraction in these videos on surds, so you should be conversant with these operations now. Let's look at the next one. We have square root of 10 into bracket square root of 45 plus 3 over square root of 5. So once again, we use the distribution rule. So we distribute what is outside the bracket over what is inside the bracket. So for square root of 10 times square root of 45 in one bracket, then plus square root of 10 times 3 over square root of 5. So from here we know that you multiply what is under the square root sign. So square root of 10 will multiply square root of 45. We are going to get square root of 450, then plus square root of 10 times 3 over square root of 5 will give us 3 times square root of 10 all over square root of 5, because you know that square root of 10 is divided by 1. So square root of 10 will multiply 3 to give us 3 root 10. 1 will multiply square root of 5 to give us square root of 5. So we simplify from here. So from here we are going to simplify square root of 450. So square root of 450, the calculator is giving us 15 root 2. So the perfect square we are looking for in this case is 15 squared. We know that 15 squared is 225. The other number is 2. So square root of 450, if you are to break them down, we are going to have square root of 225 times 2. Then, so you do that. So you are going to have square root of 225 times 2, then plus, we have 3 here, so 3 times, you can write 3 over 1 or 3 is the same thing. So 3 times, we know that square root of 10 divided by square root of 5 can be written as square root of 10 divided by 5. Then you do the expansion here, so you have square root of 225 times square root of 5, square root of 2 here, then plus 3 times 5 will divide 10 2 times, so you are going to have square root of 2 here. So you know that square root of 225 will give us 15. You multiply that by square root of 2, we have 15 root 2, then plus 3 times square root of 2, since 5 will cancel itself 1 and cancel here 2 times. So 3 times square root of 2 give us 3 root 2. So the numbers under the square root sign, here is 2, here is 2, so we can add. So we add 15 to 3 and we are going to get 18 root 2. Once again, you can also try this on your calculator and see, and you see that the calculator will give you the same answer as we have here. So for example, if you are trying this, you are going to have square root of 10. You press this sign to remove the cursor from there, then you bring this square root of 45, then you press this again to remove the cursor, then plus, you bring the fraction sign, so 3, then you press this so that you can write for the denominator square root of 5. Now from here you press this to remove the cursor to this side, you press this bracket equal to, and we are having 18 root 2 as we have here. So whenever you finish solving the question, you can use your calculator to check your answer. And if it's an objective test, you can just use the calculator to find the answer without going through all the stress. We pick the last example. We have 1 over square root of 3 into bracket 2 root 3 minus 1 over root 3. So once again, we open the bracket with this. So you multiply what is outside the bracket with what is inside the bracket. So we have 1 over 3 times 2 root 3 here, then plus 1 over 3 times minus 1 over root 3. Then you do the multiplication. So 1 times 2 root 3 divided by square root of 3 times 1, since this whole part here is divided by 1, so this whole part, this whole place is being divided by 1, so this will give us 1 times 2 root 3 here, then square root of 3 times 1, just as we did when we were doing fractions. Then plus, we are treating what is inside the bracket here, so 1 times negative 1 as the denominator, then square root of 3 times square root of 3. We know that 1 times 2 root 3 will give us 2 root 3. Square root of 3 times 1 will give us square root of 3. Then minus, since you have the minus here, you bring it here. Minus 1 times 1 will give us 1. So you can see from here that this will give us 1 times minus 1 give us minus 1. So the negative will now come outside here to give us minus 1 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 will give us 3. From the properties of sets, we have seen that. Now we can see from here that we have 2 root 3 divided by root 3. So someone can say that root 3 will cancel root 3. So square root of 3 here will cancel square root of 3 here to give us 2. Then we have minus 1 over 2. In the same way, this one is also the same as 2 square root of 3 divided by 3, so that the 3 will cancel the 3 to give us 1. So we are going to get 2 square root of 1, and we know that square root of 1 is the same as 1, so 2 times 1 will give us 2, then minus 3. Now if you perform this fraction, if you perform this operation, 2 minus 1 over 3, we are going to get 5 over 3. If you want to understand how this is done, watch the video on addition and subtraction of fractions, and you see how we got 2 minus 1 over 3 to be 5 over 3. Once again, you can also use your calculator to check this out, and you see that you have the same answer as we have here. Thank you for watching this video on division of sets. Pick more examples on division of sets and try your hands on them. If you have any problem, you can interact with me on my social media handles and I'll help you solve those questions. See you in the next video where we will tackle another very important thing in sets: rationalization of sets. Bye bye.